Gents, I just want to pause the episode for a moment to let you know about the Strong Men of Value Academy. You will have heard me refer to it a number of times, and I want to bring more attention to it. So this isn't just a program, it's a life-changing environment and community of men who are focused on personal and professional growth. We're looking at areas of relationships, wealth, and health, things to help you thrive and maximize your life. Imagine having bi-monthly one-on-one coaching sessions with myself, weekly group coaching calls, and an incredible brotherhood of high achievers by your side. Now we're diving into resilience, leadership, and holistic growth to not just succeed in your career, but to thrive in your health and your relationships. Your journey to greatness, it starts here. So join the movement and you can apply for the Strong Men of Value Academy. You can head to themanthatcanproject.com to find out more. In today's episode, Jeremy Thomason and Sam Gardell are joining me for an edition of Bloke Chats. Now, in Bloke Chats, I get two mates that I love hanging around, and we discuss some topics and, talk about things that are going on in our lives. Now, both of these gentlemen run their own businesses, and they're about to have newborns coming in September and October. Gardy already has a 5.5-year-old daughter, and for Jez, this is the first one. So we talk a lot about stepping into parenthood, sacrifices, nerves, excitement, and everything that goes along with that, along with how they manage and run successful businesses and why they got into business, and how it's been such an incredible journey for them both. We also touch on how they actually came into contact with the Man That Can project. Funny story, it happened to be on a Sunday morning for both of them when they were sitting there feeling sorry for themselves, hungover, and little old me popped up on an ad on Facebook or Instagram and gave them a bit of a slap in the face that made them want to take some ownership for their life. And it's really inspiring to see how much these lads have leveled up their life to become a better version of who they are and be better partners, husbands, and everything like that. So gents, if you want to be like these guys, and you want to actually be on the podcast now, but you want to create some momentum in your life, check out the Strong Men of Value program. These guys are both members and hugely, great to have in there. But you can get started, get your 12-week game plan going, and watch how much you can improve your life if you commit to the game plan and take the action based on the goals that you're setting. So we'll see you in there. You can get a 7-day free trial. Head over to themanthatcanproject.com/Strong Men of Value, and I look forward to connecting with you guys there. Let's dive into the episode. And remember, quickly, if you're here for the first time, hit follow, hit subscribe, and share this, because the best way for your mates to find out about podcasts like this is through recommendation, not ads, not me telling people. It's you guys who get value from this. Share it with mates who would love to listen to episodes like this.
You're listening to the Man That Can Project with Lachlan Stuart, a global movement created to empower men and open up what's really going through their minds by having real and raw conversations about life's unique challenges and our individual ways of processing it all. Welcome to the Man That Can Project.
So today we've got two incredible blokes. We've got Jez, he's popping his virginity on the podcast today. You've actually just bought yourself the same setup that I got.
Yeah, we have. Can't wait to crack it out, actually. Excited.
I've been talking about it for a while, so I'm excited to hear a tradies podcast. And then we got the three, just tongue twisted, then the 3-time veteran Sam Gardell returning. Mate, welcome back.
Oh, thanks for having me, Lockie. Can't wait to get into it.
I know. We've actually just got here, we got stubby coolers provided by the Man That Can project and Hunter Broking Group, just changing the face of men's mental health. From an event 2 years, I've still got about 150 of them left, so just giving them out to everyone. And you've brought us a non-alcoholic beer called Heaps Normal.
Yeah, mate. I've been sampling a few non-alcoholic beers recently, and this is definitely the tastiest one that I've found. It's 0.5 maximum, so you can have about 1,000 and still drive.
I don't know if 0.5 maximum if my maths adds up.
Do your own math.
Yeah. Do not take Jez's advice.
Well, every 7 cans is 1 4X gold, so you got to really be punching
you're
down.
going all right.
Might drink this weekend then, just to keep up with everyone else.
You play Centurion and drive.
Take a texter and just write 5% on the bottom. No one will know.
Yeah. No, well, if you just wear a stubby cooler, that's what I was doing at my sister's wedding. I had all the Great Northerns, because it doesn't say, the Heineken says 0% up the top, so you still feel not cool. Well, I do. So with the Northerns, you just put a stubby cooler in and everyone just doesn't get all awkward around you because the guy who's not drinking. But anyway, purpose of this podcast, both you gentlemen are having children soon. Well, Gutty, you've already got a daughter, but you're both due around the same time, which is pretty exciting, and I thought it'd be awesome to get you gentlemen on here for a number of reasons. You both run businesses. You both found out about the Man That Can project on a Sunday morning when you were hungover and you realised that there's a better way.
That's some good marketing you've got there. Just attack blokes on Sunday. Hungover. She's got the grog horrors.
Lockie's algorithm's like $0 during the week, max spend on Sundays.
And every post on a Sunday. Well, after you told me that in the sauna the other day, I was like, that's the second time I've heard that. So I might start putting some serious posts on a Sunday morning that really slap blokes in the face.
Yeah, you got to do it.
So we might end up having 4 people on the podcast next time.
We might have to do one for you this Sunday.
Yeah. I'm nervous.
You can sign up to the Man That Can yourself.
I hope there's someone better than me running it, that's for sure. Fucking hell.
You might need deeper therapy.
I know all the ins and outs of my own mind. But gentlemen, how are you feeling about, what's the due dates for both of you?
I think we're 16th of October, so we're about 27 weeks at the moment.
Yep.
And 4th of September. Not far now.
Are you nervous?
I'd probably be more nervous than you are, Gardy. You already know what to expect. So
Yeah, that makes me more nervous.
Oh, it does.
So, I think with it, my daughter Maddie, who's now 5.5, I was just blissfully unaware. And then, she wasn't a great sleeper, so that put a fair bit of pressure on us. And then, she wasn't a great feeder either, wouldn't take a bottle, so I couldn't really offer the whole feed situation at night and stuff like that. So, she was purely breastfed, and, she was pretty bit of a strain. So they say if you've got one that's a strain, the next one's going to be easy. So
Who says that?
That's
Dr. Seuss?
That's what they say.
Who's they?
It's a wives' tale. No, so, this one, hopefully, baby number 2 is going to be a cruisy one.
Oh, mate. We'll get you back on in about 6 months' time.
Judging by the soccer that he or she is currently playing in Samantha's tummy, I don't think it's going to be a quiet one.
Just kicking and stuff?
Yeah, going nuts.
I reckon it's going to be a boy then.
That's what they also say, that the kickers are the boys, but who knows? Do you know what you're having, Jez?
So we're having a boy.
Is that public knowledge? Or
It is to everyone that I've told. So,
well, this will get about 5,000 plus downloads this sole episode. So there's a whole heap of people that want to know what you look like and know that you're now going to have a boy.
Yeah, so, really pumped that we're having a boy. I mean, either would have been awesome or will be awesome, but, pretty stoked to get a boy for our first. So, I don't really know what to expect. I know that life's going to change pretty significantly, but I'm not sure really how.
Yeah.
I'm sure lack of sleep and things like that are going to definitely come into it. But that's really all I know to expect.
Life's certainly going to change for my wife and I as well. Like, we're nearly, getting to the good side of it now with the 5.5-year-old. She's, somewhat, can self-entertain and whatever else and look after herself a little bit. But, we're going straight back in the depths of it. So we're really hoping that our oldest is going to be a big help to the new one. So we'll see how we go. But I think Maddie really needs it so that there's 2 kids there and she's not so spoilt.
Yeah.
Well, she is spoilt, but she also expects all the attention because there's no one else to give the attention to. So
The boys.
I think it'll be a good lesson for her, and it'll I think she'll come around to it pretty quick that we've got to put more attention towards the baby than we can to her. So that should also open up some good bonding time for Maddie and I. So looking forward to it.
What were the biggest changes for you going from like having Maddie, like from a lifestyle perspective, and obviously running your own business as well?
Yeah, probably a fair problem was that right when we had Maddie, my whole work situation changed. And I went from working on a contract where the work was just coming in, all the paperwork was automated, and everything was just going swell. And then in December, I lost this contract where I had 12 people working on it full time. And then I had no work and no employees, and it was just myself pretty much in January when Maddie was born. So I just probably wasn't the most present when Maddie was little. And, yeah, it probably wasn't the greatest for our relationship, but I just had to work to get us out of it. So this time around I'm vowing to be much more present, much bigger help, everything like that, because work's going good and I'm getting myself to a position where I don't have to be there constantly. And I think that's a really good thing for people to try and aim towards, whatever your job is, to try and be present. Because, with Maddie, I definitely wasn't real present for the first probably 3 years of her life, and the last 2 years I've probably tried to catch that up. So, yeah, and even now sometimes I get a bit busy and get a bit vacant. So, yeah, but at least I'm aware of it now, and I catch myself pretty quick.
100%.
What do you do to try and stay present, I guess, when it's heaps going on at work and you've got to try and be there mentally when you get home?
About 12 months ago, I implemented a thing where when I pick up my garage door remote, that's like my off button for myself. So and then I set my phone up with all the do not disturb stuff and all that. So from 5 p.m, my phone doesn't beep or carry on or anything. Oh. So, that was probably one thing I did. And I have lapses with it as well. Like sometimes it's just can't be avoided. But if 70% of the time you're doing the right thing, then it's a lot better than 0%.
Yeah.
So I try and if I'm on the phone on the way home, which I am quite a lot, I make sure I sit in the driveway until I'm finished the conversation, because that image of walking in the door on your phone and then seeing your daughter for the first time that day, a lot of the time because you've left before they've woken up. I think it's pretty important to make sure that you're actually present at that time.
It's a power tip, Jez.
Yeah, that's a good one.
It's even with your relationship. I remember, I can't remember the book, but it's like the first 10 minutes when you and your partner walk through the door, just try and put everything down and just catch up on the day, because generally if you make dinner and do everything else, you get to bed and you're absolutely shattered.
Yeah.
And, the moment's really gone and you're not excited about seeing each other. So similar thing.
That's just marriage, isn't it?
100%, bro. I do it all the time. No, it's something that I'm working on as well. What are you most nervous about?
I guess probably the balancing of time, because similar to you, I'm up at really early in the morning, try to go to the gym before.
And you're shredding both of you are in the gym early. Yeah,
and then basically from the gym straight into work, and then depending on the day, probably don't get home till anywhere between 5 and 6:30. So. I guess just working out that balance of time, because obviously I'll have to be there to do stuff. I'm not sure what that stuff will be yet.
I haven't read the books.
But so how do I still get at least get a gym session in, and then be at home and be able to work and then do what I need to do for
I think flipping your time a bit is probably a good way to look at it especially with a newborn, because they do sleep a lot, but if you're just gone all day and then get home at 6:30 and then the baby goes to sleep anyway, and it'll wake up a couple of times during the night, but you've kind of defeated the purpose.
Missed all that good stuff.
Maybe hanging around a bit at lunchtime or coming home for lunch or doing something like that may be a good way to give your wife a break.
Yeah.
So I think that's probably what I'm going to try and do is I already start late. 2 days a week I take Maddie to school, so I don't really get to work till 9 or something. So on those days I'll probably hang around and try and help a bit more.
Yeah.
So.
What made you want to be a present dad? Because I find it so interesting that three blokes are sitting here, just from how I grew up, that the dad actually wants to be around for it. And not saying that they want to be around, but you're actually doing it. Was it always like this? And what made you be like, shit, it's a priority now, not when you get to 25 or your kid gets to 25. And
yeah, I think just when you start reading and listening to podcasts and stuff like that, you start to become more self-aware of what you're doing. And when you look at a week and you look at, say, if you leave every morning before your kid wakes up and then you're getting home every afternoon for, 2 hours when they're at their rattiest and then they're going to bed, you're spending like 10 hours max Monday to Friday with your kid, which isn't a lot. So then, and that of that 10 hours, probably an hour of that is the arduous task of getting them, like depending on their age, but getting them fed, getting them bathed, reading them books, getting them ready for bed. It's not much time left for fun. So then
all the utility stuff.
Like I read some stuff about you just, you don't want to just constantly be, wake up, making them have breakfast, making them brush their teeth, making them go to school, getting home, making them do their homework, making them get ready for bed, making them brush their teeth. It's just you constantly making them do stuff. So, yeah, having some real fun time is good. And like Maddie at the moment, we terrorise each other. So just, the rougher the better. I just pick her up and throw her on the bed and carry on like that, play tag in the house, do all that sort of fun stuff. So, yeah, I think that's been a big driver for me to be more present. Like 10 minutes of playing, tag in the house or whatever is more valuable than 2 hours of telling them what to do. So, that was probably what sort of started me wanting to be more present. And like I'm by no means perfect. I have shocking days where I'm just, putting her in front of the TV or whatever because I just can't be bothered. But I catch myself and I'm mostly aware of what I'm doing. So, yeah.
can you just move the mic up a smidge? Yeah.
What do you reckon, Jez?
Yeah, well, I guess it's just pretty daunting knowing that you're going to have a little person to look after, and if you stuff up, you could ruin their life. So, but I think just, wanting to, when they get to a certain age, them wanting to hang out with you will be really awesome. So be the kind of person that, I don't know, guides them and is a good parent, but also someone that they want to spend time with.
Yeah.
And I think if you don't put in that, I would assume if you don't put in that time when they're younger, then you'll sort of probably feel a bit disconnected as they grow older. So, yeah, I think just being there from the start and trying to, play a really important role in their life is what I would envisage it should be. Yeah.
What are your non-negotiables? Like, what are your non-negotiables while even so going from being a parent to being a parent? What are some of the things that you haven't sacrificed or have made sure you haven't sacrificed, and what are some things that you're making sure you don't sacrifice? Well, because you see, well, I see parents who sacrifice everything to just be a parent, and they cut off friends, they get the dad bod, all these sorts of things happen because they're just so focused on the child. But then on the flip side, you see other parents who are, incredible parents, but they're also prioritizing other things that are important to them, so they don't just become, you see some people when their children leave the nest, they're just like, who the fuck am I?
Yeah.
At the moment, I would say surfing on the weekend, going to the gym every morning before work, golf, skateboarding, etc. But I know that's not going to be the case. So I don't know. I guess just that everything's going to be a compromise probably, but just making sure that you get enough of something that makes you feel good and is for you, but also doing everything else that would be required, I guess.
Yeah. Samantha and I probably weren't really ready to have kids when we first had.
How old were you?
We were 28, but I think I was really mature in that I had my own business and stuff like that, but I'd mainly lived with my mum and dad, and then I lived with my sister before, and Samantha had lived with her mum and dad until she was 22 or 3 or something. But we'd been out of the nest for a while, but I don't know, we were mature in some ways, but not that mature in others. And I probably didn't really think about what my non-negotiables were, and I just sort of kept living like I was living, but I had a kid. And but now I suppose, like that whole, being able to chase after your kid thing is something that drives me a fair bit. Like, probably should stop playing footy. That
Mate, I was gonna say the amount of injuries that you're carrying.
that would help. But having a fit body sort of leads to a fit mind, and then so sort of getting up and going to the gym is probably one of my non-negotiables that I won't brush ever, no matter how busy life sort of gets. And then I don't really know off the top of my mind what other ones are, but like as you said, you're always sacrificing something. Like some people obviously have kids and then they're workaholics, and then they end up with kids that are raised by nannies. Like, do you really want that for your kids? Like, if you're that good at your job that you need to work that much, then maybe work 3 days a week or something. I don't know.
Learn to be more efficient.
Yeah, it's I don't know. I think this insatiable hunger that some people have for work, it ultimately destroys them.
That hustle culture, where it's
it just seems crazy. And crazily enough, a lot of that comes from doctors as well. They should be the smartest out of all of us, and they're actually the dumbest. They work 7 a.m. till 7 p.m. and never see their kids. So
or doing night shifts. Like
like obviously they have some balance there, but I think it's like the surgeons and stuff like that. They're just insane how much they work.
Yeah, well, I guess it all comes down to what you want from your life, but I think a lot of people never take time to think about what it is that they actually want. They just carry on doing the same stuff day in, day out, and then they just go, I'm not happy. Like, life's pretty mediocre. And we do, get on the piss on the weekend, see an ad pop up on a Sunday and go, fuck, nah, not this weekend. And then eventually, something, it might be a book, it might be, you see a couple who keep going on hikes or whatever, and you're like, we'll do that next weekend. But eventually, or hopefully most people do something. But one thing that I think you guys are great role models for is you both you're both taking control for a lot of stuff in your life, from the relationships, but you're investing in yourself. You've got your own businesses, so you can be in control of, or have a bit more flexibility around, I guess, your income, but also the hours that you work in when you can and can't be with family, which I think is, for all of us, it's a risk that a lot of people don't want to take, but it's ultimately worth it in the end. And a lot of people may look at that and go, oh, it's easy for you because you run your own business. It's like, of course, dickhead, but I'm the one who put in all the sweat, blood and tears to make that happen.
Sure.
But
I think an important thing that I learned was, when you're a business owner, it's always your fault. So, like I said to Jez before when we were just chatting, like he asked how my day was, and I said it was a bit of a shit show, and I've still got a shit show tonight on my hands to organise some stuff later, but I said it's all my fault. I didn't prioritise properly today, so now
should have given us the flick, mate.
Yeah, but I'd committed to this, so I'm here now.
You heard about the air fried steak?
Yeah, I heard about Lockie's special air fry meal, so I was pretty keen. But I didn't exactly plan things properly for my day today, and I allowed too many people to contact me when I should have brushed them, and now I'm in a position where I'm going to have to work a bit when I get home. So the only person I can blame that on is myself, or I should have delegated better or something. So and it's not beating yourself up, it's just being aware of whose fault it is. Yep. And at the end of the day, if you're the business owner and you're busy, then it's your fault.
Yeah.
Because if you organise things properly, or you employ the right staff, or you do whatever, you won't be busy. So that's a pretty valuable thing that I always lean back on.
It's the same that you can put that in any area though. Like the biggest thing for me with why we took 8 years to get engaged was because I just wanted to make sure I had enough money and I had enough control over my life before we did that. Because obviously, the snowball effect, you get fucking married and then the kids come in.
Yeah.
Like, it's bound to happen. So for me, I've always wanted to be able to spend time and not be fucking working 9 to 5, even though I work probably more than that, but there's a bit more flexibility in that. And it's owning that, like, I'm the same as you. This week's chaos, obviously, because we got the Bucks party. But it's a choice, and it's something that I'm happy to put in because I know why I'm doing it and the outcome that's coming. And same with the business, when you do have to work long hours, it's more often worth it than working overtime for someone else because you get to reap the rewards. But plus you also get to learn, how can I do this better next time? What do I need to say no to, and all those sorts of things.
That's actually the next thing I'm going to tackle in my most recent game plan is trying to get some more structure into my work day. I think I've got structure in the morning when I get up, and then in the late afternoon, the middle of the day just feels like chaos at the moment. And it used to be at a manageable level of chaos because, there was only so many things to organise, so you could just sort of like do it and it all worked. But now it's getting to a point where I think I need to, as you were saying, like, set boundaries on the phone and who can contact you how many times a day and things like that, just because otherwise you get caught up so easily, and then something that you were actually supposed to do just disappears and goes on to tomorrow's list, and then you're behind, and then that sort of starts to snowball.
How do you find that now dealing with like technology and emails and stuff? Like, people can get access to you like that. Do you have that? Do you feel the pressure where it's like, shit, I need to get back to them right away? Or are you pretty good with...
I don't really feel pressure around it, but I sort of like to, when something comes into my mind, I like to just action it so it's gone.
Yeah.
So I don't like to sit on things. And that's, I think, why, like, if I get an email, I'm like, bang, just like reply.
Yeah. That's how you create a proper cluster.
Yeah, it's a horror show.
And I do the same thing. So, I've been doing a fair bit of reading and trying to learn about how to stop yourself doing that. But I think there's something you do. Don't you set a 10-minute timer, Lockie, where you work for 10 minutes and then you have a 2-minute or 5-minute break?
No, 25 minutes. Like, I was doing 45, but then in the book we're reading at the moment, Limitless, he reckons 25.
Okay.
But that's what I do. And then, like, I just have all notifications apart from Amy, or at the moment I've got the WhatsApp, because otherwise I would never check it, just for everyone in the groups. But aside from that, emails, like, I've got fucking heaps to get back to tonight as well, because I'll just chunk my time because I feel pressure to do it, but then it starts a conversation that I'm not in the position to have because I'm trying to do something else. So if I'm texting someone, then I'm like, fuck, now I've got to wait for the reply because it's probably going to come back in the next 5 minutes. And then obviously all the studies say it takes 15 to 20 minutes to get back into the focus. So your efficiency is just terrible.
Let's stop texting you.
Can you? You're the worst, but no, I'm kidding. There's obviously none of us are perfect. Like, I'm aware of all that, and I still go through phases where I'm like, I just couldn't be fucked working today. Yeah. Like, I feel like watching skateboarding videos or all kinds of random stuff. But when, I'm trying to really focus on, because for me and how I've structured my business and the work that I do is trying to go from 5 or generally 4 till midday, and then have the afternoon to train and, just work on myself. But obviously there's times and days where it's like I've got to do extra stuff, but I try to get my 8 to sort of 10 hours in first thing, because I love that 4-hour block in the morning where it's just no one
that's
there,
good, good time.
Have you heard of the Focus at Will app? I haven't used it yet, but someone just told me about it.
Is that what you were just getting up on?
Yeah, I was trying to remember what it was called. So it's called Focus at Will, and apparently it plays music dependent on how your mood is or something. I don't know if it goes off your Apple Watch or what it does.
Heart rate.
I don't know. It does. If you press, I think you must press start or something, can you start working, and then it'll tell you when to have a rest and stuff like that. It's called Focus at Will.
Do you listen to music when you work though?
I can't, because my work is pretty much just on the phone the whole time. Yeah. So it's like, I do a little bit, but then it just end up pulling the headphones on and off all day because I'm in a shared office. But when I move, I think I'm going to go into just an office with my operations.
You need to get a bamboo
operations manager. No, it's not that. It's when there's 3 people on the phone in one room. It's just chaos. So you
get yourself some noise
anything.
cancelling.
Yeah. So
I had a spare pair there if you want them.
headphones.
Yeah. Put them on.
Yeah, but then everyone else can hear me still. So,
Oh, true.
yeah.
True.
I don't know.
I've been, because there's heaps of studies coming out that, like, if you listen to music at certain BPMs, it can get you in, like, you know how, like, with meditation and stuff, there's the different brain frequencies, like delta, alpha, and all that. And if you can get into, I can't remember which one it is, but you're, like, more focused and you can retain information better. So it's like there's binaural beats, but there's one. It's in Limitless. I started listening to it and it was fucking terrible. So I'd stopped listening to it. I like to listen to Tropical House Instrumental. It's quite. Let me give you a quick little dose of what I listen to, boys. What do we got here?
Oh,
That's what I work
that's
to.
fun.
Just get a little head bob on and
Can you just send me that?
yeah, good playlist. For everyone listening, that's Tropical House Instrumental. It's a banger. But that's what I listen to when I work, when I'm not having to be on the phone as a content creator, you know. Fucking kidding.
Hey, content creator. How good.
Oh, no. Anyway, but let's talk business. So we've heard Gardy's story. How is business going for you at the moment, though, Gardy?
No, it's
Is it
going
stressful?
good. It's fairly big growth period at the moment, so it's been a bit hectic. It just seems to be, unless it's on fire, I don't like it. So I'm just gone nuts at the moment. We've just got a bit too much on for the workforce that we have. So I suppose just giving realistic timelines to when we can get stuff done, and not trying to book too much in. So at the moment we've got a little bit too much booked in, so it just stretches everyone, and we're at max capacity. It's not really a nice place to sit. Just backing it off a little bit and leaving a bit more breathing space and make things a bit more comfortable. But the future's looking good. It's when you've got like 4 or 5 employees, I think it's really hard to ever sort of be able to switch off.
Yep.
I think that's a real danger area for basically having to work like a dog all the time and never be able to turn off, sort of thing. But now I'm up to sort of 25 people. I can start to back off a little bit, and hopefully in another 12 months of implementing the things I've been implementing, I can sort of I'll always work because I enjoy it, but I can pick and choose when I want to work and not be...
Play more golf.
Yeah, a little bit more golf, a little bit more, being a managing director instead of being a operations manager, procurement manager, head technical person, doing the whole lot. So being able to, step away from some of that will definitely give me a better work-life balance and probably keep the hair on my head a bit longer and stop me going grey. You must be stressed.
I'm well stressed. We don't need to have that conversation on the air, though. What made you just, for those who haven't listened to the earlier episodes, what made you start your own business in the first place?
Probably just because I'm half Italian. Mate, Wogs love starting businesses.
That's all you need to say, mate.
I don't know. Yeah, I think the point was I was working for the company that I said earlier, where I ended up subbing back to them with about 12 employees.
Yep.
I was working for that company as an employee, and I was sort of, my crew was doing twice the amount of work that any other crew was, and I asked them for different bonuses and different structures to get paid a bit more. And they basically didn't do anything. So then I said, well, can I sub it back to you and do it on an item rate instead of getting paid early? And then they agreed. And then, after beating around for a while, I eventually got, I had to borrow money off mum and dad actually to get a truck because they wouldn't lend me any money because I still had a dirty old motorbike loan and a ute loan and all this other stuff. So
A little bit of financial education you could probably share with people.
yeah, don't buy a brand new motorbike when you're a third year apprentice. It's not a good idea. So anyway, so I started subbing back to them with myself and 2 other guys, and we're doing really well. And then they said, "Oh, you can start another crew if you want." So I got 3 more guys, started another crew, and then they told me to start another crew. And then 2 months later, they pulled the sheet out from underneath me, and I ended up with no work and
Dirty
10 people
dogs.
that I had to 10 or 12, I think it was by the end. I can't remember, but I had to pay out because we were contracting on the Energex network. You have to pay the same as what Energex pays. So I had to pay out redundancies and all the annual leave, everything, and pretty much, gave me a good clean out. But anyway, the reason I started was just because I saw opportunity. And I've always been pretty driven. So that's probably why I started. How about you, Jez?
Yeah, probably the same, mate. Pretty driven. And I guess I don't really like being told what to do. So working for other people is not ideal.
Yeah.
But yeah, just pretty driven and like to sort of get out there and get it done and do it. So yeah, I think I finished my carpentry apprenticeship, and then the builder that I'd worked for a while, really good bloke, ran out of work for a while. So I just went and started subbing around with other builders and doing little jobs of my own, and that sort of just led into doing bigger jobs and then bigger jobs. And then Christian and I became business partners so that we could offer design as well. So that's sort of how it morphed. But yeah, I think just started our own business just to have that control of your time and hopefully make some decent money as well.
It's a unique aspect though that you've got where you're a chippy and then you temed up with a drafty to start a business. That's something fairly unique,
so I guess it is. We've always done a little bit of design, but haven't ever really pushed it as, we're like a design house as well. But we're going through some pretty significant changes to our business model at the moment. So we're really going to push design and hopefully only work on our own drawings. So seeing a lot of inefficiency in, I guess, the model at the moment where people go and get plans and then come to a builder for pricing and stuff like that. It's just budgets are always off, and so there's so much lost time. So that's why I've really decided to sort of push design now. So
What's the name of your business?
Bluebird Design and Build.
In Brizzy.
Yeah.
Brizzy Vegas.
Yeah, check us out on Instagram.
You're starting a podcast soon too.
Yeah, we are, yeah.
What's that about?
So it's about building. So just for any homeowners and whatnot going through the renovation or building journey. So hopefully we can cover some interesting content. And
I've just bought a house, so I might need to listen to you.
Yeah, you should tune
I
in.
can't remember how to.
I've got a few good episodes already banked up for you.
Sick.
Yeah.
And what's the name of your business?
Gardell Electrical, mate. Solar energy specialist in Brisbane.
And also Brisbane.
Yes, Brisbane based.
We've got the dynamic duo here for all trades.
Jez will have to get me on his podcast to
you're on the list, mate. I didn't
all
tell you
things
that.
solar. All things
After
solar.
me, though.
I can probably lend a little bit of knowledge with air conditioning as well, but we're not really going too hard on the air cons at the moment. Sort of over them.
Yeah.
Do you know, I could actually come on as I'm a qualified chippy, but I can just tell other builders how to treat their apprentices better.
Yeah, good. Look, we'll take you on board. Yeah.
This is like in the bonus episode somewhere, not actually on the podcast.
I think we're going to drop one a fortnight, so we've got a lot of content to put out. So, yeah, you get a Guernsey.
Wow.
Yes. Desperate times call for desperate measures.
Just a page filler.
Yeah.
Have you had any new builds where an architect has put every complicated light fitting known to man on the plans, and it takes the Sparky 10 years to find all the part numbers and quote it back, and then they're like, oh wow, I wasn't expecting to spend 50 grand on lights.
Yeah. Without install.
And then you end up putting down lights through the whole house. It's like
yeah, I've had a few experiences like that.
You can avoid all that if you design it yourself from scratch.
Yeah, so we're pretty excited about it actually, just because we can see how much more efficient and more of a streamlined process it'll be for everyone.
Money just gets burnt on the stupidest things, like overinflated tiles that look exactly the same as other tiles
Yeah.
and stuff like that.
But
Just
these ones came from overseas somewhere.
I know. I learned that the hard way with the first house I did, and then only owned it for 4 years. So I didn't really get the added value of the tiles that were double the price. So anyhow, you learn these things.
You love architects.
Yeah, I do, yeah.
Anyway, moving on. If you want to listen to Gardy's other episodes, is 287, and that one's called Balancing Business, Family, and Health. And then 207. Every 80 episodes nearly.
Wow.
Not bad. Creating a healthy workplace. Boom. And then we'll get Jez on some solo episodes. But if you want to listen to those ones, how do you guys go juggling family and business?
Well,
Or even a relationship, mate?
Yeah, I've only got Keisha at the moment, so that's quite difficult. No, no, it's pretty easy. I mean, we're both pretty like go with the flow, which is probably something we're gonna have to get a bit better with once we have someone else to worry about. It just sort of seems to work at the moment. Like we both do our thing, and go out for date nights when we try and get one of those in a week, and hang out on the weekend and things like that, and chat when we're cooking dinner and things. So I don't know, it just sort of seems to work. So I don't really put too much planning into it.
Yep.
At the moment.
Guard dog.
I'm looking forward to my wife finishing work at the end of this week. She's going on mat leave, so that'll be good for us. Because at the moment our work hours are very conflicted, so we hardly see each other. She starts pretty late and finishes really late, and I start really early, and then sort of get home at 4 or 5 in the afternoon. So, and she gets home more like 6:30 sometimes, and then Friday nights with her job she finishes really late. So our work life balance together has not been great at all this year. So looking forward to her finishing up, and then hopefully when she returns from mat leave, she can go back to some steadier hours instead of doing the crazy hours that she does. She works in government in preparing the cabinet papers, so that's why Friday nights are crazy, because all the ministers dump all their stuff
before they go,
and then they got to be ready by Monday morning. So it's either work really late Friday night or has to work on the weekend. So that's
what do you? I was just smiling because I know the answer, but what are you going to do for her, like finishing up work this week? You got anything planned?
Nothing too special planned. So. I'm too embarrassed to say it.
As soon as you were speaking, it just popped into my head and I couldn't stop laughing internally.
Yeah. Oh, well, we might as well put a bit of background on the story. It's Lockie's Bucks this weekend, but it also happens to be my wife's birthday on Saturday. And she's finishing work this week as well. So yeah, it's I'm gonna have to pay handsomely to be away this weekend for Lockie's Bucks party.
It'll be worth it.
Yeah.
Hopefully they don't come back on Sunday being like, that was atrocious.
Yeah.
Which could also very much happen. Well, I've got this new tab open because they're not even here, but I have some cards, but I just put them in here because I'm going to get some printed. The Man That Can conversation cards, you just put them down here. Some are funny, some are serious, some are just like pulling the top off of Forest Gold, where it's a little bit of a fact, but we'll give a question to you guys before we run away here that will be helpful for people listening. What are the top 3 ways you deal with stress?
Who's that for?
I don't deal with it.
Not very well.
Good ways or bad ways?
Yeah. We all know the bad ways. Now let's go. All right, we'll go this one. What do you do when you're angry?
So I'll normally go to the gym and try and hurt myself.
Punish yourself.
Yeah, just punish myself, yeah. It's probably the most effective thing I've found so far to get anger out in a constructive way.
Yeah.
Actually, it's the only way that I've found. Either that or go for a run and run really fast.
20 metres down the road and you're cooked.
Yeah. And you're too gassed to be angry.
Yeah, it's
and
just,
you fix.
help. Yeah. What about you, Gardy?
I don't hold on to a lot of anger, but I get outbursty angry where
I would say that's anger.
yeah, but it's gone. Like I just
But you just in the office and go,
for fuck's sake, and then just like
back to calm.
give my hand a bit of a thump on the desk or something along those lines, and then I wash it away and I'm good to go. So
I definitely need to get better at that.
yeah, I don't really get wound up where it just, you just make yourself angry and angry and angry. I just sort of get frustrated more than anger, I suppose. So, give us another one, Lockie. That was shit.
Yeah, I know. You boys choose one.
I'm just going to give it a spin.
I wish I had a random name generator. Oh, what are you on?
What is a relationship deal breaker for you? I'm asking you to.
Damn
Lockie?
it. That's a great question. Flirting. If Amy were to flirt with another bloke,
You'd just go
I would
rage,
get
you?
angry and I'd grab my fist and thump it on the desk and
Yes.
go, "Ah!" And then I'd run out the pub as fast as I could.
Crying.
Yeah. That'd be a relationship. What about you, guard dog?
If a woman can't cook. Yeah,
I'm
I don't
so
know
lucky.
why that
But
came
no,
to mind, but it did.
No, but let's put context around that because there'll be someone somewhere that gets fucking pissed off about that.
It's a G up.
Yeah, but
Keisha will be one of them.
yeah, no, but in all seriousness, Amy and I were I did a podcast and it's coming out next week. Or for those listening, it's episode 328 or 326 or something. But I cook and also Amy cooks, but we've found in our relationship dynamic what works best for us is because I generally work later and Amy doesn't want to wait up till 10 o'clock to eat. So she'll generally cook and I'll be dish pig. And that's not, what some people are probably thinking when they go, that's sexist and stuff. It's like some people can make it sexist and it's expected, but I don't expect Amy to cook and I wouldn't imagine you would expect Sam to cook, but for the
I'll
dynamic.
happily get Uber Eats.
Yeah. But I think I want to give context to that because there's going to be some people, my inbox would blow up. But yeah, even for Amy, our dynamic works better. Like if she's out late, I'll cook and then she'll be dish pig.
I cook a bit.
What's the last meal you cooked? Uber Eats.
Yeah, if I cook, I mean barbecue.
It's not bad. I'm about to cook you, lad, some air fried. Actually, it's probably already done.
I go good at a few things. I've got a question for you. All right. What would be your perfect day? Plan it out from waking up to bedtime.
Sure, all of it's PG.
Yeah. No, to be fair, start the day with a Ronnie. I reckon.
Are we going perfect weekend day or perfect work day? Because they're two very different
Yeah,
things.
they are. Well, maybe we could break that down, couldn't we?
All right. Shoot. Go your
Well,
perfect.
why don't you do weekend and I'll do weekday or vice versa?
Go weekend.
So I'd be waking up at the coast.
Or
The sky, it'd be a really nice day. The surf would be pumping.
should we close our eyes for this?
Yeah, I'll take you guys through a visualization.
I'm going to Jeremy.
So, yeah, good surf in the morning, just really good activity, and then probably spending most of the day on the beach. I'd have to get some food delivered down the beach for it to be perfect. I'm
Bit
not
of
sure
Jimmy
what.
Brings as well. What
Yes.
food would you have?
Oh, I'm thinking burgers. Some sneaky little burgers and a few of these. What are these?
What kind of burger
the
are you
heaps
going for?
normals.
You going for a dirty one or a chicken one, or what are you looking at here?
Maybe like a spicy chicken.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I'm feeling spicy
Gr-
chicken.
Grilled or crumbed?
Have you had the new grilled
I'm
chicken
going
burgers?
crumbed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
I'm feeling that. And
My
then
mouth is salivating. Is anyone else salivating?
I don't know what else is going to happen. Probably a nice little dinner and
See what
catch up
happens.
with some friends, and that's it. I'm pretty happy with a day like that. Doesn't really need to be too much more spectacular than that to get me excited.
I like it.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
What's your perfect work day look like, Lachlan?
Well, it would be waking up. I like waking up early before everyone else because there's no distractions. So get up.
Are you cold showering at the moment?
No, it's cold, man. This is the coldest Brisbane I've ever experienced. What about you?
Oh, no. No.
I think about it, but at the moment, because I'm taping my mouth, it's like I spend the first 5 minutes just leaning against the wall, just trying to get oxygen back in my body.
Just trying to get the colour back in your face.
Yeah. Because, mate, I'm the biggest mouth breather of all time.
Yeah, right. I might give it a crack again.
I got some really good tape now.
I'm going to try that as well.
Time I did it, absolutely hated it.
There. It's good tape. Oh, you want some stickers as well, boys?
Oh, yeah,
Some man can stickers. Throw those on the work utes.
Shit, yeah.
That's the tape quality. Doesn't pull your lips off. But yeah, I do my, read, have my coffee. I really love starting the day that way. And then to be honest, it's exactly how I started. I love going into the gym. So I'm in the gym 5:30 to 8:30 and it's just all good people. So you have a bit of banter, train some people. Then I generally train, which is perfect. But if I could push it back to like 6 start, that'd be awesome. And Amy got up at 6, get a start, that'd be awesome. This is my ideal day. And then, I'd just do, what do I do after that? Come in the office, deal with emails, other clients, like Skype sort of stuff, which is fun. And then generally I'm trying to finish by 12 to 2 between that spot. Then get some sun, go for a walk, read. And that,
Throw a skate in there.
Yeah, throw a skate in there. And I'm pretty happy. Like I really enjoy, I'd just be reading or talking to people anyway. So it's the same stuff.
Sounds delightful.
Yeah, and then sauna and steam. That'd be nice.
Yeah, you need to get that in there.
I'd actually like, one thing I would have a few more mates like during the day that like from 2 o'clock you can all go do something, like head down to what's a golf place called?
Like down to Vicky Park or something.
Yeah, just go for a hit or whatever, do some stuff in there. Actually live your life, but I find, it's really hard, especially because I don't, if I'm going to train, I'll train. I like to just have that flexibility with when I train and do various things as long as I get the things done that I need to get done for the day. The rest of the day I like to just go with the flow, like in terms of how I feel. If I feel like reading, I'll read. If I feel like going for a run, I'll go for a run. If I feel like skating, I'll skate. That's me. It's my ideal day, work day.
Sounds great.
If anyone wants to copy that, you can.
Do you need an offsider?
Yeah.
Do you offer an apprenticeship?
I do actually. You can head over to the man that can.
Jesse O'Sullivan just signed up.
He's there. He's running the show. Well, he's actually running it while I'm away this weekend.
Yeah. Apprentice to master in 1 year. What a machine.
Yeah, how crazy is that?
Hey?
Came to the workshop last year and next minute there he is. Wham, bam, thank you, ma'am.
What a guy.
Well, gents, it's been a pleasure. Jeremy, thank you for bringing these heaps normal beers along. They've been quite a nice addition. Actually.
No, they're a treat. Thanks for having me.
Kept the palate nice and wet.
The whistle.
Actually, I had to do that over the weekend. It was horrible. Just to get prepped for the weekend.
So we'll see how it goes on the weekend.
Yeah.
Didn't you get hungover off like 3 standard drinks?
Oh, on Friday night, we were meant to go for a palm in a beer, and I was going to drive home, and everywhere in the valley was full, like because of the COVID restrictions. Then we found this one place called Hello Gorgeous, and it's fine dining. So as soon as I sat down, I was like, I'll just have a scotch on the rocks. Got a scotch on the rocks. Literally, by the time I'd finished it, I was saying to Brad and Liam, I was like, I think I'm pissed. I'm done. And then instead of getting a palmy, I got a gnocchi. So I was like, well, if I'm having gnocchi, I may as well have wine. And then we did a bottle of wine and I was hammered. And then we had more scotch when I got home. So didn't feel too good the next day. But then Saturday, I just sat on the gold tins all day, so I was fine.
Smart.
Yeah.
So I'll probably that'll be my strategy. Are you coming this weekend or what? Yeah. TBC.
Yeah, TBC.
All right, you'll have to come back for another episode to find out the horror show. Thanks for coming on, boys. If you want to find out from these gentlemen, if you're looking to get electrical or anything like that, aircon, but you don't really want aircon, solar, get on that, or a new house or reno.
Oh, yeah.
Where do we
design.
find you? Where are you on the socials?
Bluebird_DB on Instagram.
Yep.
And just our website, bluebirddb.com.au.
Sweet. Guard dog.
It's just Gardell Electrical across all platforms, mate.
Got in early on the socials and stole them.
www.gardellelectrical.com.au. Simple.
You heard it here for the third time. We're going to go have tacos
Yeah.
with air fried beef. Oh, my God.
It's going to be good.
It's going to be fantastic.
Pretty hungry too.
And remember, guys, share this episode. Get it to everyone, because if you want to hear, what were your highlights?
What not to do?
Yeah, what not to do when you're having children or running a business. Share it with some mates, because I actually worked out the other day, going through people's professions, that it was 73% of blokes in the Man That Can project are blue collar.
Really?
Yeah.
That's hectic.
It's wild.
Yeah.
It's probably because I swear like a fucking trooper.
Sailor.
Yeah. I was a chippy as well, so that's probably it. All right, hooroo. Sees.
Adios.
See ya.
Thank you for listening to the Man That Can Project podcast. My name is Lachlan Stuart, and I hope you enjoyed this episode and found it helpful. If you did, please take a moment to rate and review the Man That Can Project on your favourite podcast platform. And don't forget to subscribe to stay up to date with our newest episodes. We'll see you again next time.